So we're joined today by Tomi Adebayo, who is the National Chairperson of African Professionals of Australia, and Cynthia Wright, who is the Australia Day Ambassador and also the founder of Regions International. Hi guys, how are you today?
Hi Rumbi.
So good to have you both today. I'm very excited to sit down with you.
Thank you so much. We're happy to be here.
All good, all good. So I want to find out, I guess I just want to know who you guys are individually, and also maybe if one of you can talk about how you guys are here today together.
I think I'll let Tommy go first.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
He talks more.
Okay, as you've said, my name is Tomi Adebayo. The National President of African Professionals of Australia.
Yeah.
And APA, in short, basically it's just a group of African migrants, basically who are professionals. We get together basically to support and enrich each other in terms of career development and professional development. That's just the basic thing we do in the organization.
Great, that sounds very exciting. So I guess before obviously we go into both of you and collectively, I want to know a bit more about APA. Who do you guys target? I know you said professionals, but what kind of professionals are we talking about? Are we talking about all ages, or there's a specific group that you guys target?
Okay, so actually, when we say professionals, we try to make sure that we don't leave behind our young adults who are just trying to get into the industry or in different professional sectors they are aspiring to be part of. So we try to make sure that we are not talking about only medical doctors, lawyers, engineers as well, but we also talk about people that are out there, as long as you're adding value to the community in terms of quality service delivery. So basically, regardless whether you are a kind of a builder, or an electrician, or hydraulics technicians, you're a professional, because at least you're paying your taxes and you're contributing to the growth of the nation or Australia. So we believe you're a professional. So we are quite diverse. We have different professionals. We have lawyers, we have engineers, we have geologists, we have teachers, nurses, pharmacists, and so on and so forth.
Okay, that's exciting. And how long has APA been going on for?
Actually, it was launched in 2007, November 25, 2007. So,
that's amazing. That's great. And Cynthia, I would love to know about what you do and what Regions of Regions International is all about.
Okay, so thanks, Rumbi. So my name is Cynthia Wright. Regions International is a social enterprise. So what we do at Regions International is we scale up startups and SMEs into the African market. And a lot of that comes in obviously because the African continent is growing. It's the biggest continent in the world. There's so many opportunities opening up all the time. We've rebranded, so it's only been 12 months since we've rebranded from Regions of Africa. It used to be called Regions of Africa, and then we went into Regions International, and the reason we did that is because we are finding more now that it's very important for us to open and do trade across borders. So it's not just Africa, it's an international platform. So we take more of a collaborative approach in the things that we do, hence why Tommy and I are here today. It's a collaboration. And the other hat that I wear also is the Australia Day Ambassador hat. So I work under the Australia Day Council, which is Auspire. So we do a lot of active citizenship education, but also we promote active citizenship to new citizens. So there's a lot of activities that goes on when people are getting their citizenships. I attend a lot of those events and give some keynote speeches there, but also to attend some of the forums and the workshops just to assist new citizens to settle in things like voting, knowing what their rights are, and just helping people know that you can succeed. Now they're a citizen, even better. There's so many opportunities for you to network and succeed.
Great, that sounds very exciting. Now I have to take you back a little bit. You mentioned that you do some workshops for citizens. What kind of workshops do you do?
So those workshops are hosted by the Australia Day Council. So if anyone is interested who who's listening today and you feel like, oh, I'd like to learn more about the parliament, the voting system of Australia, a little bit about its history and its inception, civil rights, just go on the auspire.com.au website and you'll be able to see what sort of workshops they are running. International and the African Professionals Australia. First of all, I'm a member of the African Professionals of Australia, and I've been working with Tommy for a while now. So the collaboration that we have sort of birthed this year, if you like, it's bringing a conference together. Okay. So we hosted a conference last year. It was Africa Trade and Investment Conference, which went really, really well. But we felt that there was not enough presence of the African professionals. Okay. So we want to uplift that. We want to make sure that we can also dilute and add in that value into the African professionals. So Tommy was actually thinking of a conference as well at the time. Okay. So I think it was one of those things where we met and had a conversation and the vision was aligned to say it would be good for us to do something together. Let's do a conference that aims or focuses on adding value to the Africans in the diaspora. So really it's not just about the professionals because the people we are targeting are people that want growth. Okay. So international students, moms, dads, blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, professionals, you name it. As long as you're a migrant and you're living in diaspora, the conference theme is succeeding beyond borders. Okay. So it's about people that want to grow, that want to succeed beyond their borders. So hence why we came together and did that collaboration and say, oh, let's do this.
Okay, that's very exciting. Now, Tony, I have to ask, what does success beyond borders mean to you? And also, I guess, just to get into your personal life as well, because we obviously do these things for personal reasons. How long have you been in Australia, and what is it that pushed you, as someone who's come and lived in Australia, to start up, to first of all join APA, and second of all then have a conference such as Success Beyond Borders?
Yeah, okay. Actually, what we mean by succeeding beyond borders, it means in life, basically, for you to succeed or for you to be to have a victory, you need to be able to overcome some barriers. That is what victory is all about. So we believe that regardless of your profession, if you want to be a successful professional, you know, a medical doctor, you got to do exams, you got to do your, and once you pass, you become certified. So even if you're a business person, you want to be a business person or entrepreneur, you have to, you know, grow from the beginning, from when you start up. And so we believe that for you to be successful in life, you must overcome some barriers.
Absolutely.
Yes,
so that's
definitely
how we came up. You know what? Yes. Regardless of even me coming from it, I've been in Australia for 19 years now. Wow. Yes, I immigrated in 2001. And coming to Australia, getting a visa is a barrier. You have to be able to let the immigration people know that you are a genuine migrant or student you come into Australia to study. So even after your study, for you to get a job, that's another barrier. Yes. So that's how we came up with that concept that succeeding beyond borders. How can we all work together to be able to overcome all these barriers? And there's nothing new. Some people have overcome those barriers. Why don't you learn from them?
Okay, that's very exciting. I think I always love hearing where people are coming from, what personal reasons, because we're obviously driven by our own experiences, and I firmly believe that the experiences that we bring on board as Africans or migrants to the Australian society are very inspirational, and we can actually use them to help other people, as you guys are doing. So when is the Succeeding Beyond Borders conference?
So the conference is, so we kick off on the 29th of August to the 31st of August.
Okay. So that's from a Friday to Sunday?
It's from a Thursday to a Saturday.
Oh, great.
So, and we've done something different with this conference. It's not like your usual conferences.
Yes.
The conference is in the evening, so it starts at 4:30 p.m. And the reason why we did that was, first of all, one, attention span of human beings, as we all know, is quite short, and we want to make sure that the content that we deliver is absorbed. We want people to get empowered with what they'll get, and we all know that a lot of people love their jobs. That's a bit of sarcasm there, and we know that they can't. They can't take 2 days off. It's reality. So we decided to say, okay, the conference is going to start at 4:30 to allow people that need to go to work and still attend the conference, so they can also feed off some of that that knowledge.
Great.
So we kick off on the Thursday, the 30th of August. The theme for the Thursday is, what is Australia doing enough, or what is Australia doing to the development of Africa?
Okay.
Yes, so it's more a statement, it's more a reflection, and a lot of the people coming on the Thursday that are on, it's a panel discussion, and we have some presentations as well, are from government departments, but also people that are working in mining sector, oil and gas, and also running some businesses as well. And then on the Friday is I think I'm calling it more like a revival, really. We've been privileged to have Kojo Anand joining us on the Friday, who's the founder of the Pan-African Youth Organization, but he's also the vice chair of Made in Africa. So he's also son of Kofi Annan, the late UN Secretary General. He's very, very passionate about diaspora community and our role in contributing to Africa. So him and Max Gerard, they're flying in from London to come and join us. Max's background is journalism, so BBC radio journalist, but he's also the executive for Africa Progress Panel, I think, Secretariat. So they're coming with wealth of knowledge of one, they've lived in Africa, and they're doing a lot of business in Africa, and they live in the diaspora as well, so they live in between. So who better to have talk to us about our role as diasporians in the development of our continent. So Friday is power-packed. Youth, we've got some fantastic youth speakers that are going to follow on after Kojo's session. So we're saying to the youth, a lot of the times when they see conferences, they think, no, it's only for the working people, it's only for the parents, but it's for you. Because, and the reason for that is Africa has got the youngest population in the world. The average age in Africa is 19. And we've got so many young people that are entrepreneurs, that are creating businesses, technology, and we're saying to the youth in the diaspora, you think you're cool being in the diaspora? No, you better check out what other people are doing. Collaborate, partner with people, create businesses, start moving things, be a shaker, be a change maker. So that's what Friday is all about, which is fantastic. And then Saturday is the Migrant Professional Affair, which is a black tie event. So again, it's going to be very power-packed with different migrants. And I think Tommy will talk more about that because we've just locked in a few partnerships for that event.
Okay, that's exciting. So Tommy, what will be going on? So if I wanted to, if someone who is listening right now, you are telling us this is power-packed, this is amazing speakers, and congratulations, by the way, on getting people like Kofi. I personally follow him. I think he's amazing with the work that he's doing. So even to have someone like that who is quite young to come in and speak, I think that's very inspirational to us young people listening and coming to the conference. What I want to know, Tommy, is on Saturday, what should people be expecting? Because you just told us it's black tie, so we need to, you know, we need to prepare ourselves essentially.
Oh, you mean on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, basically what we're trying to do on Saturday is to, you know, we're trying now to tell the African diaspora in Australia to look beyond their environment, like their common environment they're living here. Because at the moment now, for example, if you jump on a plane, you're going to Nigeria or you're going to Ghana, You make sure you eventually see on your plate a lot of Chinese, a lot of Indians
Absolutely.
on that plate. So
Yes.
it tells you, as you are moving out of Africa, some people are moving
Absolutely.
into Africa.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do now is to, I have a lot of Indian friends, Chinese friends. I'm now asking myself, how can we collaborate here and do something back in Africa? Because being in someone from Nigeria, I can easily walk with my Indian friend and say, you know what, why don't you set up an ICT company in Nigeria?
That's right.
Basically, because I can be the face of the company and you be the back end to provide the technology. Same thing with if you have a friend from Vietnam or whatever. So on Saturday, it's going to be a business affair because we believe that a lot of businesses happen where people are having drinks or having meals. So
Absolutely.
that's why we're trying to bring a lot of our friends from other communities, like from Indian community, from the Chinese community, from the Vietnamese community. They're all coming to that Black Tie event to see how we can all work together as a team. Because Africa, Asia, or Australia, why don't we all work together and see how we can bridge that technology advancement that is happening now for the benefit of the three continents.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's very exciting. And I have to ask you, why do you think collaborating is very powerful between Australia and Africa? And not just that, even the companies and the businesses and the organizations that are being started by Africans in Australia. Why do you think we need to be moving towards? Because I find in the migrant, and maybe I'm specifically talking about the African society, we don't understand collaboration, it seems. We don't like to do a lot of collaborations. From your perspective, from your perspective, why do you think that collaborating is very good for us, and why should we be doing more collaborations?
When I talk about collaboration and partnership, I always try and explain it in the simplest terms, which is equals cash. So the analogy there is, I only have two hands. So if I decide to do something by myself, I'm limiting my income because I've only got two hands. But if I decide then to go and say, Tommy, can we collaborate and do a project together? We've automatically got four hands. If we come to you, then we've got six hands. So that income that I was going to make from my two hands, and now I'm going to triple it. That's the power of collaboration. And with skills as well, I only know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. So coming from a social impact sort of professional background, and then Tommy coming from oil and gas background, when we sit on the table we draw a plan, when we are creating content, when we are talking about who should we partner with, we all bring our networks together, and then our networks become our net wealth. So that's the power of collaboration.
Absolutely.
And if up to now people are still thinking, if I collaborate, people are going to steal my ideas, I'm going to get diluted in the collaboration, you are doing the thing of the past. We've seen every successful person has collaborated with someone for them to be where they are. So if you want to, one, make cash, two, be successful, collaborate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is so true. I guess the last thing maybe that I would love to hear from you guys is, what else are we expecting from APA and Regions International? What should people be looking forward to from both of you and both of your organizations?
Okay, maybe I'll actually, APA, because I mean, we have members of over 35,000 across Australia, and we are looking at growing chapters into African continent now. We already have an office in Nigeria, so we are looking at basically how can we, because APA, we are here as diasporans, but there's still more we can do in Africa.
Absolutely.
Because if you look at the new trade agreement that has just been signed now, in the 52 African countries out of 54. So you are looking at a market of 1.2 billion.
Yes.
So even if you manufacture chewing gum in Ghana, you are looking at 1.2 billion market across Africa.
Exactly.
So making money is now so easy.
Yes.
You can bring technology from here from Australia, take it to Rwanda, develop that concept. and look at the market, 1.2 billion.
Yes.
So what we're trying to say is, where you are here, even with your daily work, your money you earn daily here, you can double or triple that with just $1,000. Invest it in Africa. You can multiply it.
Yes.
Profit in Africa is about 25%.
Yes.
Over your initial capital.
Yes, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
and I mean, so that's what we are trying to promote in the next couple of years. That no, we're good in Australia. Everything is so good. We have everything that we
Yes.
want. But now we need more in terms of making impact in where we come from. Because regardless of how successful you are here, if where you come from is not really safe and successful, you are still not successful.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You are still who you are.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can't change that.
Absolutely.
No, that's
Very
true. And just to add on what Tommy said, it's very important for us to remember that you reach a point in your life, in your career, where it stops being about you.
Yes.
It starts being about the people that you represent. And I think that's what drives our passion to then want to do more and to empower people to do more and become more.
Yeah.
So as Tommy has said, going into growing the chapters into the African market, that's where I come in. Because what I do is I scale things up.
Yeah.
It's projecting and looking at how can we grow something, how can we then take this, and you know, he's talked about the free trade agreement, and it's the biggest, it's going to be the biggest free trade agreement in the world. You would be crazy not to look at the African
Absolutely.
market. So it's something that I think for the next projects that we'll be doing together, it will be more about that. It will be more about pushing trade, pushing partnerships. We're already partnering with the Australia-China Business Council, and as of yesterday, we were in talks with Australia-India Business Council. So our focus will be very more business, professional. That's why I keep saying it's what we do is for the people that want to progress, for the people that want to move forward. So if there's anyone listening to us right now and they're sitting at home, they feel stuck, they feel like they are still in a box and they are not thinking outside the box, they don't know what to do, join APA.
Yes.
Come with, join APA, look it up and get involved, and start networking. I was just saying this morning, I was speaking to a friend, I've just attended the Social Impact Festival at UWA for the last two days, and there was only about 2 African people in the audience, or people of color in the audience, with exception to obviously the Aboriginal community, which had a huge presence this year. But it just shows you how unprepared a lot of the Africans in the diaspora are when it comes to networking.
Yeah.
Network, grow your network.
That's very true. That is so very true. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really had such a good time, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the conference. I'll definitely be there for the 3 days.
I would like to thank some of our sponsors for the forthcoming conference. Murdoch University, they sponsored the day 2 of the conference, and also I also like to thank PDEV. They're also supporting us. AMIG as well. They're also supporting us, and also we're also working with Organization of African Communities. So I'd like to say thank you to them as well.
Great, thank you.
And just to add on to what Tommy said regarding sponsors, we want to thank Roots TV for bringing us in the studio today. Thank you so much, Elmi and team. The studio is amazing. You guys are doing a great job. And also Kaleidoscope Initiative, they're doing amazing with mentoring new migrants who are coming into Perth, and also to the 2 business councils that will be doing some work with post their Succeeding Beyond Borders conference. So that's the Australia-China Business Council and Australia-India Business Council. So yeah, thanks.
Cool, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Cynthia and Tommy, for coming today. Really enjoyed speaking to you guys, and I wish you all the success in your collaboration. If you want to go to the Succeeding Beyond Borders conference, click on the link down below. Thank you.